Until recent years, the mention of cancer was a very foreign concept to most of us. However, more and more people that we personally know have and are falling victims to cancer. I lovingly dedicate this episode to our cancer warriors, be it that they lost the battle, have survived it, or are currently in battle fighting cancer. I also extend my heartfelt, warm wishes to the families and friends of these warriors, for they too are warriors. This episode is dedicated to you. Hi, my name is Matjiua, and on Chatting Up with Matjiua, I like to bring you all stories beautiful, inspirational, and authentically Namibian. Today's guest is a very special guest, and you're going to hear all about her on the other side of this. Saturday, the 14th of October 2017, saw a large crowd of mostly women dressed impeccably in Sunday dresses and hats called fascinators, as worn by the English ladies when meeting up for tea parties. Inasmuch as it was a tea party, it was the biggest tea party for hope in the fight against cancer. An event founded in 2015 by a young lady called Violet Shianjiwa Mureko, who is a voice in the fight against cancer in Namibia. No wonder that her name, Shianjiwa, of Oshihedero origin, means gift. This event has grown from strength to strength since its inception in 2015, and the impact has reached more and more people, especially the women in Windhoek who have attended these parties, and there is no doubt that this tea party is destined for greatness beyond our imagination. I personally was so encouraged to go for all kinds of screening tests with my doctor, and so were the ladies who were there too. When you are told that men also get breast cancer, and that cancer knows no age, race, or religion, or even geography, you are left with no choice but to seek more enlightenment on this issue. All thanks to the biggest tea party for hope, driven by one person making a little difference possible. I'm truly excited to be introducing you to my very next guest, who in my own definition is a humble philanthropist in the making. Let me introduce you to Mrs. Shianjiwa Violet Mureko. Welcome to Chatting Up with Matjiua.
Hi, wow.
Hello,
So
Shianji.
good to see you.
Good to see you. Looking lovely as always.
And you are like the bright color. So beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
summery.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so humble to be here.
No, thank you. Thank you. I'm more excited to be having you here because the last time I tried to interview her, you'd already left for Cape Town, right?
Yes. Oh, shucks. The life of a mother,
The
right?
life of a mother.
Too busy. And now we're here, so all glad.
Great stuff. You know, I feel like I need to call you Shianjiwa because that is our proudly Namibian name or home name. So forgive me, I might be saying Violet or I might be saying Shianjiwa, but practically this is the same person.
No, I would really love that because it really takes me back.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. So Shianjiwa, or Violet if you prefer, has been very instrumental in the fight against cancer for ordinary Namibians. She has been hosting the biggest cancer tea party for Namibia for the last 3 years. But before we get to that, I just want to know who is Violet, or who is Shianjiwa Mureko, please? Who is Shianjiwa?
Well, Mashi, where do you want me to start now? So anyway, right? Well, Shianjiwa was born in a beautiful town called Oshiwanomiti. That's what they call it.
Oshiwarongo, Oshiwanomiti.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay, beautiful.
That actually avoids the confusion between the two Oshiwarongos. You know, there is the Oshiwarongo Shapukiro.
Yes,
No.
where I come from, by the way.
Yes.
That is ours, yes.
Yeah, so Oshiwanomiti. I grew up with my great-grandmother, and I drew most of my inspiration from my mother.
Okay.
Yes. So I feel that my mom is a hero really, because despite the fact that she can't hear or talk, you know, she has implanted a lot of inspiration in me.
Yes.
Yeah, and two of the things that I learned from my mother, where she told me that in sign language, obviously, that, you can actually achieve whatever you put your mind to. Yes, as long as there is commitment and consistency.
Yes.
And I mean, she's really shown me that, because out of her own, creativity and talent, she's managed to work for so many organizations. She's a tailor by profession.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's made it. Her clothes are recognized in, because she does mostly for secondary schools and primary schools in Chivaranga.
Wow. Okay.
And people would really comment on her work. And
see, I told you I like to share all these beautiful stories. I'm just getting goosebumps now. Like these are the kind of people whose stories remain untold and unseen. So the fact that you're sharing this with me, girl, thank you. Thank you.
So that's my mom. Commitment and consistency would take you far in life.
So Violet, or Shanjura as I really prefer to call her, tell me the biggest Cancer Tea Party for Hope. What is it all about?
Well, the biggest Tea Party for Hope, that's what it's called officially. It's an initiative that we started about 3 years ago, and it was really mainly encouraged by the high statistics of cancer patients that we actually experience here in Namibia.
Right.
As we all know now that there is an estimated increase of about 29% cancer cases.
That's like 30%.
That's like 30%, yes.
Right.
Cancer cases that, that are being diagnosed, or that have been diagnosed over the past 5 years. And I feel still that it's really a shocking statistic that anybody, you and I, can do something about.
What can we do to be able to prevent cancer?
I think the most important weapon against cancer is knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And I mean awareness. Awareness is really, really important. People need not only to know that there is cancer, but they need also to, act upon it. Practically do your routine checks. Go to your nearest clinics, get your breast checked. It's things like this that are so simple, but that we ignore, or that we tend to, obviously with the busyness of life.
Yes.
We tend to not do them.
And I think what's challenging, and I'm so glad that you said knowledge is the first thing that we can do to protect ourselves, or to be able to prevent ourselves from cancer. You said that because what I understand is that cancer, there's so many types of cancer. So it's not like one disease that has one way of prevention. Yeah. So basically, yes, knowledge about what is cancer is the first weapon, and awareness, because that sort of teaches us what type of different cancers are out there, basically. Yeah,
you are so on point. Yes, because there are about 200 types.
200.
Yes, a lot of people always say no, breast cancer is what we know. They talk about the common, but the cell itself can degenerate and create about 200 types of cancers.
Wow,
it's
shocking! 200.
So one really needs to have that weapon of knowledge.
Yes.
Who have had their pap smear this year. It's important, ladies. There is an increase of cervical cancer cases even already in 2016 now. I looked at the statistics 2 weeks ago, and I could see that girls between the age of 16 and 25, there were already 45 cases of cervical cancer among them. So it's very important. We need to talk about the sexual activities, safe sex, and talk about at home with our younger girls. And especially girls that are very young, sometimes you never know what they actually know, but it starts from home. Cervical cancer is a cancer that takes many years to develop, and it does not develop overnight. You don't get the HPV virus and tomorrow there you go, or after a few months, or after a year or a few months, there you go, you've got cervical cancer. In cases of HIV or people with with immune systems that are very much compromised, it can go to even 12 to 24 months. But in normal women whose immune system is strong, in most cases, sometimes the body can clear the HPV on its own. But when it's developing, even if you go in the book, there's a few pictures that are also explaining how it develops. It develops first as pre-cancer lesions. First, there are lesions that forms around the mouth of the womb, around the cervix. And if these lesions are not picked up early, or if they are not removed, after 5 to 10 and sometimes 15 years, they turn into cervical cancer. That's why we say cervical cancer is 100%, close to 99. Nothing is 100%. Let's say close to more than 99% is highly preventable. It can be prevented if you go for your pap smear regularly. So ladies, have your pap smears. Ladies, go for your pap smears. Talk to your doctors about your history. Talk to your doctors about your previous results. Have your pap smears, because pap smear is one of the most effective methods of preventing cervical cancer. All of these things is our own responsibilities, ladies. Is decisions we have to make. It's nobody's responsibility, not the doctors, not the Ministry of Health, nobody, but it remains your own responsibility to do your own breast examination, to go for your annual mammograms when you're over the age of 40, to know your own family history and go to the doctors and discuss these things. We've got so good doctors here in Namibia. You go to your doctors and put that history on your table, put your lifestyle also on your table and say, doctor, what do you think? What are the tests that I need to undergo, and how often do I need to be tested?
It was surprising to note that actually men are just as affected by cancer as women are. And it's also, my gosh, I'm sorry I'm going to whisper, hey, but it's also not a white person disease. It's you know, we used to feel like cancer is stuff for the white people, or you know, but really it has no race, it has no religion, it just has nothing. We just is affected by it.
Yes, last year at our event we had Matjiua Munyo's son.
Chichi's brother.
Chichi's brother.
You all know Chichi,
Yes,
beautiful
to
Chichi.
come and actually represent his mother at the event. We really were touched, and as we all know, she really was an icon.
Yes,
and
I love Chichi. I still love her.
For the family to come and share her battle against the disease and how strong she was.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she was incredibly strong.
Yeah.
She was so positive.
Yeah, and I think it's stories like that we want to take out of people.
Yeah.
Bring it to light. Let them talk about their struggles. Let them talk about how that can impact somebody else's life.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So how it started off was also just with a small lump. I think, she was diagnosed when she was quite young. I think she was 19 or 20 at the time. To be honest, that gave us all hope. I mean, she was strong for all family members. There will be days where, for example, you know, sometimes when you go through chemotherapy, things happen, like, you know, you gain weight, emotional things, and, you know, sometimes you lose your hair and so forth. Then our relatives are there, they break down, like aunts, uncles, they don't understand, they just start crying and things. Then she's there like, no, it's okay, you know, it's fine. She was that person. So in short, yes, there is a can in cancer. Early detection can, you know, solve the it can solve the sickness, the disease. And there's hope. Yeah, cancer is not a death sentence. I mean, you know, you hear stories of people that live 20, 15, 30 years of cancer. I mean, and I also just want to share this message to say that there is hope. Let's not just have women in the conversation. This also affects our men, our boys. This conference, we need to have more of these type of events to also include the boys, husbands, your big brothers or your brother. You know, we need to be involved. I don't know, people, when they think breast cancer is just females, there are also men that can get breast cancer actually. So I just think it's a thing of education, a thing of information that we need exposure to. And yeah, let us all, you know, get tested, and let us go for our daily checkups, monthly checkups.
In preparation for International Women's Day that's celebrated every year on the 8th of March, Miss Lorraine Kondombolo, through her empowerment movement called Kaitago, brings you this celebration under the theme #Press4Progress. This is meant to focus on the victims of abuse and exploitation of all sorts. #Press4Progress aims to bring together men and women in order to focus on progressing from where they are, illuminating the beauty in finding peace after the trauma of their experiences. Get yourself a ticket at the Confab restaurant for 500 Namibian dollars, which includes great food, refreshments, and a book titled The Untold by a young Namibian author, Albertina Nande, who is such an inspiring victor. I come as one, but stand as 10,000. #Press4Progress.
that deeply touched me was listening to the story of Pauline Chigumbu. Chigumbu?
Yes,
correct.
Chigumbu, correct.
And Pauline, you guys, if I just, the one message that I took from her, and the one sort of motto that I got from after her testimony was when she said, what really touched me was when she said, be a woman who fixes another queen's crown.
Wow, that was phenomenal. That was
I'll never forget that.
powerful
It was
words.
powerful. You know, as women, people sort of tend to turn each other down, try to compete unnecessarily, trying to compare themselves to other women.
Which is quite
And in her fight, in her journey, and I believe she's writing a book.
Yes, she is.
She has gone through so much, and for her to be able to stand up and say, be a queen that fixes another queen's crown.
Wow.
It was profound.
May you never allow this world to rob you of the beauty of being a phenomenal woman. This world needs more women who don't take joy in another's pain and who keeps God at the center of her being. I use my scars today to support other women, because I realize that when women support each other, incredible things happen. If for a moment the world saw you as a caterpillar, let the transformation process begin so that you are a butterfly that will fly over situations that seem to be impossible. Yes, you have wings to rise above any situation. You are a butterfly. You are a queen. Boldness brews success. Are you bold enough to be that queen that fixes another queen's crown?
I'm actually so happy that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because Pauline has really played a major role in the Tea Party for the past 2 years.
Yes.
She has been my rock as well. Yeah, I mean, her going through such a traumatic time at a very early stage of her life
Yeah.
tells a story of somebody who's really, really hurt.
Yeah.
And at the same time using her moment of hurt to heal others.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Finding
so-
strength in challenging times is not something that's easy to do. But when you can gather your strength through your challenges, I think that is just a beautiful thing. And I'm so glad that you are in touch with such phenomenal women. If I could, I would really want to have all of them here for a chat.
They would love that. I know that.
Yeah. Keep watching this space, hey? I know it's not easy to be asking for people to help you with the sponsorships, with trying to get, there's so much that's involved with planning for it. For you, how have you found this experience? How do you find it?
All right, the biggest Tea Party for Hope for me, I put it in a way of, you know, when you develop a relationship with something,
Yes.
yes, and the moment you try, obviously when the challenges and the obstacles are coming your way, and you want to give up,
Yeah. Yeah.
that actually gives you a feeling of, you know, breaching a contract with yourself, sort of. So it's like you're breaking up, you know, when you've been friends for life, and now you,
Yes.
yeah. So I think that really in itself gives me already like sort of the energy to move on, despite the challenges that we face, and you know, I must tell you there are a lot of them. Yeah. So our biggest challenge really is just finding the right people to sponsor or to partner with.
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously having Namibia coming out of or going through a sort of a recession, kind of, we have been struggling to get sponsors and to get big number of people joining us.
Okay.
But all in that, we are fortunate enough to have Standard Bank standing behind us, and many other partners that, you know, I can't list all of them here,
Yes. Yes.
that have been actually walking the path with us, and that has made less of the burden on us.
No, true.
Yeah.
You really see the difference when a big corporate company like Standard Bank comes in to help somebody so small, somebody trying to do something so big. You understand? And we really appreciate what they do.
Yeah.
But also ourselves as individuals, as people, there's also a part that we can do, however small. What can we do in our little small capacities to make this dream have a bigger impact or a success? What can we do?
Yeah, there is a lot that people can do. And I think this is actually a good moment for me to take this time and just show my gratitude towards the supporters of this event.
Right.
Yeah, and that being the audience, the people who buy tickets. That's where it starts.
Please buy your tickets, guys. Please. 2018, the Cancer Party is coming. Please buy your tickets. Yes, and
yeah,
apart from buying the tickets?
so buying the ticket is a big involvement, and I'm really, really honored and grateful for those who have attended.
Yeah.
And those who are still spreading the message over to other people.
Yes.
And then another way maybe that I should be grateful for is just individuals coming from the public, from the audience, saying that, you know what, Violet, this is a great initiative and I would love to be a part of this.
You know what I like about your team? Violet's team even has beautiful people such as Cecily Kashimune. Cecily bakes the most delicious and scrumptious brownies and cakes and cupcakes.
I know, right? I'm so blessed to have her. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, guys, thank you so much. We are little. We can't do it all. But I really believe that it just takes one person to make a little difference, which can mean so much. We can have a really big impact, you know. So I think that in as much as we really beg the corporate companies, or Violet does, really to help in spread the word and help sponsor events such as this, us as individuals, us as young Namibians, old, whatever, there's a part that we can do to make sure that we really do our part in making a difference in our beautiful country, Namibia. So really, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be Violet's, this is supposed to be a Violet, but you know, I'm so passionate about this whole thing, and if it was not because of Violet, I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have really had the kind of information that I have about cancer. And we can spread this message. We can
Together we can do so much.
Together we can
do so much, and every little contribution really counts. It really does count, and a lot of people feel that maybe I won't make a change. I'm just one person.
Yes.
But when we come together, we actually magnify the whole event and make it into something big.
Definitely.
Nothing like a good quote to breathe some new life and motivation to keep on moving, right? Today's quote on Chatting Up with Matjiua is no coincidence, as it is taken from our very own daughter of the soil, Albertina Nande, and it reads, "It doesn't have to look like victory to everyone else for it to be victory to you. It is your victory. It only needs to look like victory to you." Tina Nande.
My next question, Violet, if you don't mind.
No, I don't.
Not only are you a cancer activist, that is not the only hat that she's wearing. She is a wife. She is a sister. She is a daughter. She's a daughter, but also she's a mother to these two incredibly adorable girls. That I just wanted to ask you: do you see yourself in future them carrying this torch of hope in your name as a legacy that was going to continue? Are you preparing them? Do they know anything about what phenomenal work that you're doing?
I think my oldest, who's now 5 years old, Muna Munyo, she's actually been asking me, "Mommy, so what's this tea party thing? Why do you always have to spend so much time, like, you know, on your computer doing the tea party?"
Yes.
So she has involved herself in it, not me.
Oh, okay.
So
it starts at home.
It starts at home. She has involved herself, and I was really quite proud when we were doing our last tea party, where she just started carrying the glasses to the car and said, "Mommy, I'm helping you," you know. So
imagine if a 5-year-old is doing something, guys.
Yeah.
What are you
doing? She has already started contributing, you know. Yeah. So carrying on the legacy, I would not pressurize them into it.
Of course.
But if they see something good in it, I'm sure they would join in. And
I'm sure.
And they're really free to do so.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it really everything starts at home. The fact that you could really just feel that, "Mommy, I need to help. Mommy, I'm helping." Guys, a 5-year-old is making a difference. Think about what you can do. Oh wow, Violet, I'm really enjoying our interview. I wish it did not have to end.
Me
But
too,
all
same
good
here.
things do have to come to an end. Before I let you go, what is your motto on life? The one motto, because remember I told you when I think of Pauline Chigumbu, she inspires me with that statement where she says, "I'm a queen that fixes another queen's crown."
Yeah.
What
sure,
is your motto that everybody should take with whenever they think about, if it's Violet you call her, or Shianjewa Mureko?
whichever suits you on
Yes.
that particular day will
Yes,
go.
yes.
So my motto in life, it's actually not a quote or anything from anybody. It's just a line that I stumbled across on the internet, and it actually says that, you know, whatever you do it with 100% being present. Okay.
Right.
Whatever work you indulge in, let it be 100% of what you can give.
Yes.
And that being your whole and full intelligence, your whole enthusiasm,
Yes.
commitment, as well as, I mean, and lastly, which I feel it's very important, it's just to actually, it's actually to believe in what you do.
Believe in what you do.
Yes, yes. So that actually has changed my life. I wish that I have came across that earlier in life. But anyways,
Yes.
it's changing my life now, and I feel it's a motto that I walk on.
Violet, it has been beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming
Matjiua.
by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. I enjoyed myself, and as I said, you know, I love the Tea Party with all my heart. Anybody who wants to join is welcome to join me, to come on board, and we can make a bigger board.
Right.
If that's the case.
Right. And
Yeah.
talking of which, where do we find you? If
Yeah.
I want to pledge my support to the biggest cancer tea party, where can people find you?
We are on social media. Currently, we only on Facebook. So
Yes.
our page is Namibia Biggest Tea Party for Hope.
Yes.
Other than that, you can find me on my personal email.
Yes,
which is violet.mureko95@gmail.com.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
Violet.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure maybe we'll have more companies streaming in, like
I hope so.
Uh-huh,
This
yeah.
is a year of change. I'm
Yes.
believing.
no, guys. Thank you very much. Violet, thank you so much.
Thank you, Matjiua. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, lovely people, that was the amazing and ever so graceful Mrs. Violet Shianjewa Mureko. On Chatting Up with Matjiua, as you know, I really like to share all stories that are authentically Namibian and so inspiring. Wherever you find yourself in the corners of Namibia, I hope that you are inspired by her story, for you to be able to start making a difference in whatever cause you feel you are passionate about, or you can make a small difference. Until next time, this is Chatting Up with Matjiua.
Lady in the middle. What about Vanessa? Okay, first, second, and third.
So the lady who walks away with the best head competition is winning a weekend away at Rockland. And if she's single, she can have attend the single seminary. If she's married,